Hades 2 review from Rear Delt Flies. So Hades 2 is another video game. I thought I'd do one more video game review just to show you something I do like. And Hades 2 is a roguelike game. And for those who are not gamers, that's basically just the gameplay you do over and over again, and you kind of progress further each time, but you get further each time because A, you're better at the game, 2, there's permanent upgrades you can do to your character, and then 3, you kind of have a better understanding of how to make yourself strong each time. Very bare bones explanation of roguelikes. And Hades 2 is based on Greek mythology. I've always been a fan of the Greek gods, and I also aspire to one day look like one. Bit away from that though. And as you can tell by the name, Hades 2 is a sequel of Hades 1, and I'm not gonna let you wait for my opinion. I love Hades 2, but it's not a surprise because I loved Hades 1, and Hades 1 is basically the same thing, but Hades 2 has got a lot more gameplay and story than the first one. And I wouldn't just say like Hades 2 is better than Hades 1, but it's got everything that made Hades 1 good and more. The plot of Hades 1 was you were playing as Zagreus, who is the son of Hades, son of the underworld, and basically he wants to escape to the surface to find his mother. That was peak. And then Hades 2, you play as the daughter of the underworld, Melinoe. And this time, Kronos, the Titan, has trapped the House of Hades and is attacking Olympus and all the other gods. So Melinoe wants to kill time. Death to Kronos. But the basic gameplay is you start a run and you start escaping. There's multiple levels you go through, so there's a bunch of different environments with different enemies. I'm not gonna describe everything in detail because otherwise this video is gonna be 3 years, but you get boons from the gods. So all the Greek gods you can think of, you know, Zeus, Poseidon, Dionysus, Apollo, Aphrodite, and more, right? And they will send you buffs to your character, and that's how you progress. And a lot of these gods have really cool combos together. Some boons are just really synergistic with other ones. Some you actually get duo boons, which are something you get offered when you've got certain prerequisites. There's a lot of customization in each run. So even if you're playing this game time and time again, every run can feel different. And you don't have to be good to beat the game. I consider myself pretty good, but that's only because I've played it so much. Because you get permanent upgrades to yourself over time, and you get better at the game. It might take you a bit longer to get, I guess, a first clear. You're still gonna be able to get there and it's still gonna feel nice. And if you are just goated at the game, you get through it a bit faster, but the story itself is actually really good. And as someone who's really big into Greek mythology, I find it very interesting. And I know a lot of different Greek myth stories, so seeing where this one fell into that, it was cool. My favorite boon in this is probably anything from Hera. I find Hera's boons really strong, especially Born Gain, aka Broken Gain, broken. You'll understand if you play the game, but broken. So I was an early access player and I played basically the full year up to release. So when full release came out, I was pretty happy to like finally finish the story, but I've clocked over 100 hours on this game. And I want to play more, even though I've already 100%ed it on Steam. Pretty cool. In terms of replayability or for speedruns and whatnot, there's a thing in the game that actually lets you alter the difficulty to make it well, there actually is a way to make it easier if you suck. If you actually suck. But there's a way to make the game harder. Like you can make it so there's a lot of extra penalties on your character. You can make it so all the enemies are stronger. So you can really customize how you play the game. And that's one of the reasons I love it. And one thing I haven't even mentioned is the art. The art of the characters of the world of the enemies is peak. This is peak gaming, okay? And this is probably the only game in the past year and a bit that I was actually super excited to play and I loved playing. After playing that other game that I really did not like, it was good to have this game back. And I'm gonna do another game review, but I needed to show at least a game I think is peak. Because I trash talked a new popular game. So I need to tell you what I think is good. And Hades 2 was good. There's so many characters and you can build bonds with all the gods and all the other people in that Greek mythology. And it's just so good. It is so good. This is the best game I played in a while. The Hades series to me is easily top 3 of any gaming series for me. Sometimes I wish Zeus would just smite me where I stand. And with that being said, Hades 2 is gonna get 10 out of 10. I know I've been giving a lot of 10 out of 10s recently, but due to my criteria, if I think it's peak of the medium, it gets a 10. And Hades 2, one of the best games I've ever played. Highly recommend it if you're a gamer. And if you're not, there's not gonna be another game review for a while, so take happiness in that, okay? That said, Saxon Jim is out. Peace. Stay sexy.